Yeah, I think this is going to work a lot better. All right, I'm getting ready to watch episode 4 of the Entertainment District arc of Demon Slayer, and I've got a new computer, so I've got a new way that I'm trying to recording. I think it's going to make everything better, but there just might be a little bit of a learning curve, so we'll see how this goes. But I've got a little bit of exhaustion from like everything I've had to do around Christmas, so a little bit of a Christmas hangover in the metaphorical sense, not in the alcohol-fueled sense. But I'm going to do my best. Please be patient with me. I think long-term things are going to get great with some of the new stuff I've got. And I got this fancy new tracksuit for Christmas, so I'm showing that off, along with this awesome new Demon Slayer t-shirt. And I got some other Demon Slayer related Christmas gifts that maybe I'll kind of show off in a different video. But for now, I just want to go ahead and get into this episode. So let's do it. Okay, so we're at another one of the brothels, the Tokito House. And I gotta admit, some of these girls look awfully young to be working in this environment. Whoa, Very Young Children is the name of the book they brought in there. Is it like a manga? Wow, this just got really uncomfortable. I said what I said, and then they reinforced it with these books they're asking to have read to them. You know, an unfortunate place to grow up, but I guess it's the reality of what things were like in the Taisho era. I don't know how much of this is 100% historically accurate and how much is, you know, just the story that's being told. Oh, what's she gonna give him? Pulling something out of like a secret drawer. Is it gonna be like a fan, like a fancy fan? That seems like something you would give. Oh, hairpins! They almost look like tuning forks, but I think they're like really nice fancy hairpins. Oh, Oran, is that the upper six? Is this like back before she became the upper six? Like she knows she's gonna die? Or is Oran, I think someone told me Oran's kind of an honorific, so every house has an Oran. So this is the house that Tanjiro's at under the guise of Sumiko. Well, he seems to, like, you know, be taking some joy from that little thing he eavesdropped on. But here during the OP, I just want to take a minute to remind everybody that I do have a Patreon now. I know many of you have already checked out the Patreon. Some of you are already supporters, which I appreciate. But if you think you might be interested in just seeing what's going on over at the Patreon, well, there is a link in the video description. Tonight is the name of this episode. Huh, don't know what to make of that title. So we'll see what's going on. Oh, so the disappearance of Zenitsu, I kind of forgot that at the end of the last episode, he got hit on the head. I thought maybe he was confused about who he was. But then the upper six, that secret demon's cloak, you know, her kimono rags went down, wrapped around him, looks like took him away. So I guess Zenko is mysteriously disappeared here. So that's the concern that's leading off this episode. Oh, wow, this guy doesn't want to hear it. Throwing stuff at her. Come on, man. Don't even mention Zenko's name again. Is he just angry? He thinks Zenko ran away, right? Because they love Zenko's shamisen playing abilities. Oh, and the highest earner, of course, is the upper six. And he thinks it's because they annoyed the upper six that something bad happened to him. He knows something's up, but he's afraid to mess with her because he's probably scared for his own personal safety as well as the financial safety of his institution. And Inosuke is just really getting enthusiastic telling Tanjiro this story here. He's showing, I love that. And Inosuke very enthusiastic in his conversation with Tanjiro. Oh, wow. Did Uzui just kind of show up out of the blue? Yeah. Inosuke can appreciate it. Game recognized game, though he just shows up without the slightest puff of wind. Oh, man. So I think Uzui knows that something's happened to Zenitsu. Zenitsu's been taken by that upper six that's loose in the entertainment district. Oh, I like this. The Sound Hosher is owning it. He's like taking responsibility for what he's done wrong here. He's responsible for Zenitsu's disappearance, and he's owning it. Just telling them if they disappear, they'll be assumed dead. And he's going to continue it on his own. So he's telling them to abort mission, But we know Tanjiro and Inosuke enough to know that they don't just give up. Like, they are not going to take this order lightly. They're still going to stick around and look for Zenitsu at the very least. Like, they are not going to abandon Zenitsu in this circumstance. Oh, so now he's looking at it as if they're not trusted, but that's not it at all. I really think, like, he very much worries about their safety, and he realizes they weren't prepared for this assignment, and he feels bad for what happened to Zenitsu. Oh, they're showing us a little funny cartoon rundown of the ranking system. I like this. This is a lot of fun. I love it when they do this kind of tonal shift stuff. I always enjoy it, especially when Inosuke's got the boar head back on. Almost forgotten about the boar head at this point. Oh, his hand shows the ranking if he just asked for it. That's pretty cool. Kano. That's a good rank, right? I like this. Is this new like ability they've discovered to find out their ranking? Talking about Wisteria Mountain, that was a great arc from season 1. Oh yeah, the flower engraving. I kind of forgot about that, but we did know about that, didn't we? Let's see what happens. Are they should all be the same rank, right? They've all been going through all this as a team. Oh, so that's the tonight. There's some kind of mystery, some kind of plan for Tanjiro and Inosuke to link up and search for Zenitsu tonight. Oh, and Inosuke won't hear it any other way. He's convinced the demon's at his house, even though we know the demon was at Zenitsu's house. I love watching them, do this kind of silliness to one another. I love that. The puffy cheeks. This is all about business now for Inosuke. Just slap some sense into Tanjiro. He's doing it like a workman. He gets no joy in this. He's just watching the clock. When the clock strikes 4, he quits slapping on him and goes home. That was kind of fun. The old hand slap to the old back, I guess. Yeah, so Tanjiro's caught on that the demon's disguising itself as human, but that's not hard to figure out, is it? Oh, so they're also figuring out the demon takes them off-site to murder them, because it'd be a lot of work to clean up your murder traces. So they work at night, they murder at night, they take them far away and kill them at night. Oh yeah, so wherever Zenitsu is, that might be where the wives of Uzui are. So it's all one mission. It's always been one mission. Tanjiro dedicated to the mission, but also dedicated to his friend. He does not want Inosuke to die. He doesn't want Zenitsu to die either, so he's going to help find Zenitsu. There's so much on the same page. It's like, Tanjiro, you just said the words before I could get them out of my own mouth. You gotta love it when a group just are so close and so on the same page. It seems so rare lately in some of the stories I'm watching. A lot of conflict among people who should be allies in stories. I like how they're on the same page here. Oh man. The whole dynamic in these entertainment district houses is just so foreign to me, so unusual to me. And like I said before, I don't know how much of it's accuracy and how much of it's just fiction. But it can be disturbing if you slow down and think about the larger scale implications of what's going on here. Sumiko dressed as Tanjiro. No more make-believe of being Sumiko here, right? Oh man, Tanjiro's such a Boy Scout. He's even paying for his food and lodging before he leaves the brothel in which he was under disguise. So Tanjiro, admitting his true identity here to this person who says it was obvious at a glance. Your voice sounded like a boy, even though I don't know, the voice actor sounds that masculine to me. But yeah, she knew he was a boy. She didn't care though. She's like, I accept you. I accept you for who you are, Sumiko, Tanjiro. He thinks he was busted, but she was just going with it. You have your reasons. I have mine. That's what she's saying. letting her know he's on a mission to rescue those who have vanished. Oh, she's leaving too. So are their paths going to cross again before the end of this season? Oh, she's going to marry somebody? In theory, is this some kind of trap? Is this some kind of cruel turn of events we're about to see? Oh, wow. She has best wishes for Tanjiro. I guess that's the best way I can sum up what she just said. She has best wishes for Tanjiro, who she still calls Sumiko, or Sumi at least. She knows he's on a noble endeavor. Kind of an interesting parting of ways of people who didn't really know each other all that long, but already like this mutual respect. As this show always does, like accentuating the upside in life and finding the good in people. This is a much more optimistic show than it could be given, the source material. Oh no. Oh no. We see some evil afoot. So she seems to know all about it. This is interesting. Oh, wow. She knows she's about to be killed by the demon. This is all so casual here. What's going on, Kanatsu? No resistance. I guess she knows it's futile to resist, but she seemed very aware of what was about to happen. So I want to know more about her story. And just as I was praising the optimism in life, we get a very pessimistic turn of events. But we see Nezuko again. We know she's in the box. It's strange we haven't seen Nezuko for a couple of episodes. Going on our third episode with zero Nezuko appearance other than the box, but the box is better than nothing. Uh-oh. Tanjiro smells a demon. He's not ready for the upper six yet, and it's only episode 4. So I think it's a little premature for a confrontation, unless it's just a brief skirmish and escape. I like the way Inosuke was wiggling his toes in a very specific manner there. He's not going to sit around. And he's supposed to meet up with Tanjiro tonight, right? And he jumped hard enough to bust his head through the ceiling. And he's not even the one with the hard head. Tanjiro's the one with the hard head. Oh, he's so happy. What's he looking at? He's thinking about the sound Hashira, but they're mice? What the heck? So, is this real? Does Uzui have mice as underlings who he's told to work with Inosuke? This is the most insane thing I think I've ever seen on Demon Slayer, is the fact that Inosuke had mouse underlings that were set up for him by the Sound Hashira, and they were very buff mice dressed like the Sound Hashira, and he got his blades, and now the band is getting back together. The two are out there to find the third, Zenitsu. I'm kind of worried about Zenitsu at this point. I'm also kind of worried about how this confrontation is going to go on. Like, I think the rescue of Zenitsu could stretch on for the next 6 or 7 episodes. Like, that could be what this arc is all about. Oh, wow. Sound Hashira getting stone cold lethal here, bringing out those ninja skills hardcore. He is not fooling around, and he's not really searching for a demon, which is kind of what his job is. He's searching for his wife, which, can't begrudge him that. Warabahime. I can't remember what her name was. But he spilled the beans, and the Sound Hashira is like Batman. He's gone before you turn around. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is the most we've gotten to see of Uzui in this whole arc, and I'm kind of liking it. People told me I would really like him, and I'm not seeing the level people had hyped him up to, but I'm seeing some coolness here. I'm seeing potential. Running on those rooftops. Trying to pinpoint the demon, but I think Tanjiro's already found the demon, right? So everybody's on the path of this upper six. Well, at least 2 people are on the path. We know that we've got Tanjiro on the path here. And we know that the Sound Hashira is on the path. Oh, just casually asking him if he's a demon slayer. He is not ready for this fight. But he's not going to abandon his friend either. I don't know how this is going to play out. I mean, the Hashira is going to show up, and Inosuke is going to show up. How long is this fight going to go on? And by the way, probably some of the most lascivious artwork or fan servicey artwork of the whole series here with this upper six. They are, you know, really showing what she's got here. Wow, she doesn't eat anyone ugly, so does that mean Zenitsu's safe? But he's seeing the upper six on her eyes, which last time I thought meant she was one of the upper six. But no, she's number 6 of the upper six. I kind of, you know, I wasn't all there last time, I guess. Ho, ho, ho. Tanjiro, you are not ready for this fight, my friend. Wait for your backup. Wait for Inosuke. More importantly, wait for the sound Hashira, because she just blasted you through the wall without even breaking a sweat there. Like, she almost one-hit you, man. All right. You need to evade a little bit, be elusive, wait for... Of course, he has no idea the backup's coming. I mean, you might assume Inosuke's going to look for him. Inosuke's going to look for him, but he has no idea that Uzui's on his way. That's just wishful thinking, right? Some really creepy, like, gothic pipe organ music going on here, mixed in with some synth. Really spooky stuff. I like it. Works well. Kind of Stranger Things-esque. Oh. So at least he's caught on to the fact it's that belt, which he wraps around her. It's so long, she wraps around and becomes her whole kimono. But that seems like a limited power. I think there's got to be more to her power than just that, even though she's used it pretty effectively so far. Oh man, she's just like taking this very casual as she gets ready to murder Tanjiro. Something that no other demon has been able to do so far, and he's seen some good ones, so don't underestimate him. But just like all demons, she's got her evilness on full display. Oh no, Nezuko's stirring. Oh, he's worried about Nezuko now. He's fighting for his sister. That always adds a new dimension. The shoulder strap broke with that blow that threw him back. I didn't even think about that. Nezuko's going to show up, right? Why did I not even think about that option of Nezuko showing up and helping him out? Because that is now what looks like it's inevitable that it's going to happen. Although there's not much time left in this episode, so it might leave us on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Oh, but he's breaking out his forms. 4th form water breathing. Let's see how it goes. Beautiful. I don't think I've seen much of his breathing technique so far this season, but it's always beautiful on the screen, slicing and dicing away all those pieces of fabric coming at him. But I guess they sort of regenerate. Oh, they've all unified, so they're as strong as a sword or something. This is a beautiful aerial fight. I don't know what's keeping him in the air. Is it just the repeated bouncing off of those silks that are keeping him up? But you see they bleed, like part of her body, they bleed. He's not going to strike for the thread going for her head just yet, right? But those platform shoes, those are pretty sick. I like those shoes she had on. Yeah, she's complimenting his aerial skills just like I was. Whoa, did she absorb? She absorbed that other geisha like directly into the fabric. That is some creepy demon stuff right there. That is as supernatural as it gets. Oh, wow, she's calling Tanjiro ugly? Oh, she's toying with him a little bit. But she is not afraid. She's not treating him as seriously as she should, if you ask me. Calling him a rat on the brink of death. The guy's been through a lot, upper six. And I feel like he's going to make it through a lot more before this story's over. Yeah, he's asking himself, can I do this all alone? But he's not all alone. Nezuko's back in the box. There's no way he's ready for an upper rank. He knows that. Oh, he said, it's not if I can do it, it's what I have to do. It's where I stand. Yes! I love his devotion, but it's going to get him killed. Is this where they're going to end the episode? Yeah, I think this is a good spot to end it. With him about to get killed, Nezuko's going to show up. Inosuke's going to show up. Uzui's going to show up, right? We're going to get all that. So, another good episode. You know, this one really gets the action rolling. Like, they've had tension, they've had humor, they've had exposition. This one is the one that really gets the action rolling. I feel like the next episode is going to be chock full of action too, episode 5. And, you know, come on, he's way over his head taking on one of the upper moons here, the upper six, all by himself. But I figure that everybody's going to show up and help him, Deus Ex Machina style. What I don't know, I know this arc is like 11 episodes total, and this is episode 4, so we still got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got 7 more episodes. Can this fight draw out for 7 episodes? I feel like, yeah, there's got to be a little interruption and then the big final fight. We'll see. But I think Nezuko's going to show up first, then probably Inosuke, then, of course, the Sound Hashira, Uzui, and then at some point Zenitsu gets freed enough to join the battle, right? Maybe some other surprise we're not expecting. I guess at this point I wonder exactly where all 3 of the wives are. Are all 3 of them still alive? It looks like one of them is probably dead from what we've seen. And then the big question, for me at least, is whether or not Uzui makes it out of this arc alive. Because the way people have been hyping him up, it feels like he might go Rengoku in this arc. We'll just have to wait and see. So here's our little end skit. See, I'm learning not to say goodbye before the end skit, but they're talking about the mice, the little muscle-bound buff mice, the muscular mice that dress like Uzui. What the heck? This is the weirdest off-the-wall thing I've ever seen in this show so far, but I kind of love all the Mighty Mouse little ninja mice with extreme muscles. Only the most dedicated mice. He better hopes there's no, like, demon cat out there to kill these mice. Oh, the mice have to be narcissistic and have a flair for flashiness. That's kind of funny. The mice, a new thing that's entered that I think is going to be extremely popular. I think there's going to be a whole group of fandom on people who love the mice. But with that, I'm going to say I'm proud of you for watching anime, and I'll talk to you again soon.